4 LOIs. So 4 times 4 is 16 times 1,000. That's where the 16,000 users. Okay. Plus everybody was on ADR too, so there's a little bit more volume. Any other questions? All right. So I'm going to move forward here. So we passed the test. So think of this. We're building an executive. Think of an executiveship as a store. So you got to build that store. So how do you build a store? You've got to build 4 walls. Think of it that way. So go get your 4 people. Each person is a wall to that store. So you can build things. You can build a building with bricks, right? You can build it with cinder blocks. And it's amazing. In Mallory Creek, they built that whole first floor in a day with cinder blocks. So quick. Because they're building it with these blocks that all fit together really nicely, right? And they've got a system and a blueprint of how to do it. The other way to do it is you can build it with these prefabricated walls. You guys have seen those buildings go up, right? They just go boom, boom. It's like amazing how quickly they can build with that. So what do you think builds faster? Yeah, this builds faster, right? Because boom, it's already prefabricated. So think of this as slow, right? It's a lot more effort to go ahead and piece all those bricks together. Less effort to do with build bigger bricks. It's going to go up a lot faster with this. Make sense? Okay. Now remember that you always want to create ADRs with people as well, because the ADRs are essentially the glue that holds that building together. If you don't have any ADRs, next month you got to create all new volume. So you got to create those ADRs, and the bigger those ADRs are, the easier that house is going to stay together. Make sense? So think of it as you're building an executive. You can build slow, medium, and fast. You can build with small bricks of volume. You can build with larger bricks of volume, or you can build with a prefabricated wall. Why is it a prefabricated wall? Because it's 1,000 points in the system. Boom. That person LOI. Boom, another LOI. Boom, another LOI. Boom, another LOI. And then you've got enough volume for that first floor. Make sense? Okay. So these are the new kits. Slow doesn't necessarily have to be a galvanic kit. We're just saying just get started with anything. Because everybody's interested in this business, right? I mean, how can you not be interested when you start seeing all this validation? People are looking for things. Why don't people get started? Because maybe they're not ready to invest $1,200. They're scared. It's fear. It's totally fear-driven. It's almost never money. Because if you park a $100,000 car in the front here, brand new M5, and you say, I'll give it to you for $1,200, you've got to get the money in 2 hours. How quickly would they get it? Is anyone going to say, I can't do it? No, they'll do it. People are resourceful when they really see what the goal is, what the return on that investment is. And would you rather have an M5 or would you rather have this business? I'd much rather have this business than an M5. Much rather. So this is basically getting in the door with anything. And whether it's 2 bottles of Vitality, whether it's Life Pack Nano, whatever it is, that way they can start experiencing the product, which they'll like. They can start to, then what happens if they're in the door? Are they going to come to meetings? They're going to be more willing to come to meetings, more willing to start studying things. And what'll happen is they will start to build a relationship with you, and you'll build a relationship with them. They'll start to see around the people. That fear will start to subside, and a lot of times you'll be able to upgrade them to one of these other kits. They'll kind of upgrade themselves. And I always tell them, you can get started here. Later on, if you want to buy one of these kits, you can. The other thing it allows you to do is immediately get into their sphere of influence, which we all need to do a better job at. When you sign somebody up, you've got to get into their sphere of influence right away. Don't expect them to go out there and do it on their own, because again, they're afraid. So they don't have the confidence a lot of times to talk to their peers, and that's why you want to do it with them. So you say, if we're going to build Google or we're going to build Nike, who are you going to do it with? Who are the best people that you know? And then you talk to those people together. We have a couple of questions here.
I just want to make a quick comment. When it comes to slow, I think the most important thing is if somebody, wants they're looking at products and then you start talking about business and they're going, whoa, I think I don't want to do business. But the key thing is just get them on the button. Don't even think about a business. And right now, they've never made it easier with the Vitality. But if they're looking at the galvanic and they're thinking, wow, that's really nice, and they shy away from the business, say, that's okay. You know what? Let's just go ahead and do this. Let's just go ahead and get a galvanic. And then when they start using it, because we know, whether it's the Galvanic transformation, now the Vitality, once it's in your body or on your body, it's a done deal. They're going to be calling you in 3 weeks and go, wow, because you didn't sell them anything. Okay? So the key thing is, we had somebody last week in the meeting, and he, looked at it and was really into the meeting. He doesn't have any money. Okay, so that's okay, but $50 from our Vitality, because once that's in his body, then it's going to change everything. Because 2 or 3 weeks later, he's going to be sold on the product, and he's going to, now, he will gravitate towards business. So don't get hung up on, somebody's really in business, of course, but the most important thing we need to do, get the product either in them or on them, and then, go from there.
How many of you have gone shopping for a car and they sat you down in a car that you really didn't think you wanted because it was too expensive or whatever it was, and you sat down in it and you ended up buying it, and you loved the fact that you bought it, right? So this kind of gets people to have that relationship, experience things, and then they'll naturally start to progress. I'll get to you in a second. Dave, do you have a question? No, you raised your hand. No? Greg actually came up with something really good. I hope you're going to share, how you're launching the Vitality.
I can do that, thanks. This is a good segue into what I'm getting ready to say. That's a bottom-up approach, and what you want to think about is what's called a compression technique. So that's the bottom-up approach. There's also a top-down approach. That's where they get the business builder. Okay? Some of your top-down people will revert and just become a customer. But some of your bottom-up people will revert and become an executive or a distributor, and that compresses. But some of you sometimes may have gotten in a situation where a person says, look, Kathy, I only want to do this when I can buy the business builder package. I don't want to do anything else. Okay? I want to buy the business builder package. Okay? And that's the way they want to start. And sometimes they don't start for 6 or 7 months because of that mindset. Okay? Go back to the product, okay, and say it's best that we start you here. And the reason is you got to always give them the benefit. The benefit of that is that Kathy, now I can register you so that as you're experiencing this and people are recognizing it, that next person that you introduce us to will come in with the business builder package, and that can help carry your business. Now, as far as the Vitality goes, everybody knows that Vitality is $300 for a 6-pack. So what I'm doing is I'm starting with a bottom-up approach. Kathy, you just like to have more energy and feel like you did when you were younger. Okay? There's a product technology that's been reviewed by Stanford and Purdue University. It's $65 for a month's supply. How many people do you know that would feel the same way that you would want that product for $65? Okay? Exactly. Okay. So I can give you that bottle now for $65. Okay? But you knowing that many people and you having influence over that many people, if you buy the 6, you'll get yours for free and share the other ones for $65. You'll share 5 and you'll get yours for free. But Kathy then